Hedra Flowers here on the YouTube channel. If you haven't already done it, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell so that you can be notified when I do upload videos, and they may or may not be of interest, but at least you know they're there. Um, so this is just going to be a really quick video log. Um, So this morning, I kind of woke up and I had several things going on. I guess the most pressing or most obvious was I kind of woke up in fear. I'm like, what did I do? I posted this. I was cursing. I said that, what is that? What's the repercussion? What are people gonna think? Um, and it was so perfect because it is what happens. That's what makes me stop. I think that's what makes a lot of people stop. And if it's not you, it's somebody that you thought of when I just said it. Because I remember, oh God, it's been years, but I took a course, and it was kind of a life management course, and I learned about possibilities and about how things are unlimited. Like there is no limit. Life is abundant. And it's so interesting because I talk about a course, but it's not really, we can go straight to the Bible. And if you know me, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. And the difference between the two, for me, is that a religion is based on systems, practices, traditions, and those can be applied to anything. I mean, I'm in a sorority. There's systems, practices, traditions. Um, in families, there's systems, practices, traditions. So there's nothing wrong with systems, practices, and traditions. But spirituality to me, and this is, yeah, and this is, I'm the only one talking, so that's the only one that counts right now. But spirituality to me is a very personal relationship, a personal relationship with your creator, who created you for a purpose, um, and a relationship with others. And if you want to know what your relationship with your creator is, if you really want to know, like if you don't want to have to um, judge it yourself, look at the fruit. Look at your relationship with others. If that relationship is out of a place of love and a place of abundance and a place of gratitude, then, you know, I'll let you figure out. I don't want to judge anybody else's, spirituality. But for me, when I'm coming from that place and my relationship is in line, first of all, with the creator, of course. What we're trying to determine here is whether our life is reflective of our relationship with the creator. I hesitate to use the word God because people have so messed up the word God. Like they that's a whole nother video. I might come back with that one after this one, but that's a whole nother video. So, but with my creator, I can judge that based on how I treat other people, how I love other people. And I just remember earlier this year, I started this little journey into myself. It was the beginning of it. And one of the things that I always knew was that in order to really um, love others, I have to love myself. And, my first response to that is, I love myself. I do. I love myself. I don't think I have low self-esteem. I don't think I have any of those things that people say, well, if your relationships aren't going right or whatever, which I'll be the first to say we've had some struggles in that area. that you don't have self-esteem. I don't think it's about that for me. For me, it's about wanting to fix or help or whatever for others. And going back to kind of where I was starting with this, my relationship to the Creator is an unconditional love that I get and an unconditional gratitude that I give. There's nothing expected or required for me. There's nothing I could even do to earn that. And so, what I would try to do with others, um, especially male counterparts, was to give that same kind of love. But in so doing, oftentimes what would happen is I would overlook loving myself first. And yes, it is possible to love others, to love yourself. It's possible to do all that at the same time, but sometimes, um, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're an intuitive and you sense the emotions of other people, um, when you're that way, and it took me years to understand that I was that way, but when you're that way, sometimes making other people feel better actually makes you feel better. And I will actually take that back. All the time, making other people feel better, if you're that way, makes you feel better. So I thought the way that I was loving myself is by loving others. Today, I'm in a different space. I'm really clear that I can love others and I can also love myself. And the two are separate and distinct. And I don't need to prove that I love you unconditionally because guess what? You have a creator who already does that. You don't need that from me. And there is a God, even though I don't like to use that word, and I am not him. I am not her. I am not them. So we're going to leave that to God today. With that, I'm going to close out this video, and I hope everybody has a great day. I plan to kick off with a bunch of work because it's that time. Taxes are coming due. Like it is that time. So, and I'm so grateful for that. Like there's not a complaint with it at all. But that is my little quick vlog for today. Have a great day. And if there's someone that needs to hear that, like it, share it, pass it along. Remember, if you haven't already, to subscribe to the channel so you can hear videos as I upload them.